Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Syakirah, and in this video, I want to introduce a traditional food to all of you, which maybe know these food are so rare to find, very rarely known to people, or even this will be the first time you have heard of it. So, the name of the traditional food is ongol-ongol. Ongol-ongol itself is a typical food of Betawinas who are spread in the area of West Java, especially in the Indramayu area. And as for the ingredients that needed if you want to make ongol-ongol based on the recipe I know are 500 grams of cassava, which we have grated before, 50 grams of coconut milk, 70 grams of brown sugar, half teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of vanilla, 100 grams of half egg, grated coconut, and some water. And then the equipment that needed are a big bowl, a big spoon, a baking sheet, and a steaming pot. And next, the cooking steps of ongol-ongol itself are first, mix the grated coconut with a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then put the grated coconut that has been mixed with salt into the steaming pot. And then put the steaming pot on the stove, turn on the stove, and wait for it about 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, leave the grated coconut that we steamed. And the next steps is pour all of the brown sugar, the granulated sugar, the vanilla, and the salt into the bowl containing grated cassava. And then mix everything thoroughly. And after mix well, pour the coconut milk into the bowl and mix everything well again. And after it's done, put the ongol-ongol dough into the baking sheet pan that has been greased with oil before. And then put the baking sheet into the steaming pot that has been preheated before. And wait for it about 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, check and leave it if it's fully cooked. And then place it on a plate and let it cool down. And if the ongol-ongol has cooled, cut the ongol-ongol according to your taste and coat it with the steamed grated coconut. And finally, the ongol-ongol is ready to eat. And then the taste of ongol-ongol itself tends to be sweet because the combinations of brown sugar and granulated sugar in the ongol-ongol dough, and then the addition of grated coconut on the top of the ongol-ongol helps to give it savour taste. That's why ongol-ongol is chewy and crunchy when bitten. And the last, the history and the people's beliefness of ongol-ongol is divided into two parts, where first, some people believe that ongol-ongol first came to Indonesia brought by Mongolian soldiers. But this is still not true because it's slightly different from other Mongol snakes. But Indonesian people in the past were more accustomed to call something easy, similar to how it sounds, or even sometimes they will calling something by the name of the maker. That's why, derived from the word Mongol, Indonesian people then call it ongol-ongol. But on the other hand, some people believe that the origin of ongol-ongol is due to culture acculturation, where when Batavia became the trading center of the Dutch East Indies, that time there were foodstuffs such as what we call it sago flour that stored in the warehouse or ports. That, but as you know, sagu flour is the base ingredients of ongol-ongol, right? And the technique of what we call it, the technique of processing in making ongol-ongol is was influenced by Chinese. That's the process. That's the history why ongol-ongol was made or was created. And maybe that's all from me. Thanks for watching my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.